You are tuned in to Watch Your Style. My name is Eric. I've got many questions and different things that people want me to answer. And number one, yes, I do wear Psycho Bunny brand shirts. Number two, yes, I do wear sunglasses during my videos. And most important is number three, and it's no, I do not wear women's size watches. So, most of that has to do with the whole thing of the 36mm. That being said, today's video is a review on the Rolex Datejust II versus the Datejust I. So today for you, I have here a couple examples of both models, and I'll go over some of the differences between the Datejust I and the Datejust II. One of them being obviously the size. The Datejust II is the new upgraded 41mm model, which was released in 2009 by Rolex. It now has pretty much become the standard, the new standard size for men. Some women like to wear also the 41 as well, depending how it accommodates on their wrist. And the Datejust I being the traditional 36mm, which maybe, years ago was mostly the standard size for men. Now it's mostly being used for women and children, pretty much. There are still some purists that don't seem to like the larger size, but I just think maybe they're not giving it a try. If you were to maybe give the 41mm shot, you will soon realize that it's actually a very nice fitting watch on the wrist and very well balanced. So, besides the size, overall, they seem to have the same overall characteristics from the Datejust I to the Datejust II. They got the same overall case design and layout with the proportions of the bracelet to the case as well. They both come in either fluted or smooth bezels. One of the main things that I have noticed is that the Datejust II is not available with a Jubilee band. Many women and men alike love the Jubilee band, but at the moment they just don't have a Jubilee band for a Datejust II. That's something that I would kind of like to see. It's pretty cool. The Datejust II in 41mm is a watch that I've noticed that if you want to buy yourself a really nice Rolex at an economical price that's good for the office, and it looks more than what it is, that's a great watch. You get a lot of bang for your buck there. You got plenty of dial options. Nowhere near as many as the 36mm. Most likely because probably the 36mm has been around for so long, there's just so many different dial options. But they have a good selection of dials for the 41mm, and I'm almost certain that there's one that's gonna fit your style and pretty much what you're looking for. You also have, of course, two-tone options available for both models. With the Datejust II 41mm, you have yellow, gold, and steel in the two-tone, whereas the Datejust I, you have the additional option of also getting rose gold and steel. At this moment, we still don't have that yet in the Datejust II. Knowing Rolex the way they are, they're gonna sell as many of the Datejust II as they can at first, then they'll just re-release it again with the rose gold and steel version. So again, if you're looking to get yourself a Rolex to wear on the daily and you don't want to maybe necessarily go with the sport models, the Datejust II is an excellent option. With the choices of fluted and smooth, me personally, if you can spend the extra couple dollars and get the fluted, I just feel like it adds so much more luxury to the watch. It just makes it, just give it that little bit more of luxury feel to it. The smooth is a little bit too plain for my taste, although I will appreciate it as well. For example, the Milgauss comes specifically only with a smooth bezel, and like the Day 2 Platinum comes with a smooth bezel. But my taste, I would rather shell out a little bit more money and get the white gold fluted bezel. You really can't go wrong with any of the dial combinations you get. Some of my favorite dial options with the Rolex Datejust II is going to be the charcoal Roman, and another one being the blue stick dial. You don't see it a lot. You see a lot of the white and the black, but the blue stick is one of my favorite. Now, one thing I want to mention for both the models alike, being the Datejust II and the Datejust I, is that they're not, yes, they are watertight, and yes, they can go in the water, but if you're going to have a Datejust and you're just going to use it all the time, try to be careful with it in the water. It doesn't have a crown guard, and like a Submariner or any of the sport models, that can help you a lot, because if you rub up against the watch or anything, that can help keep the crown from opening just a little bit. with these models, you got to maintain, it's very important that you have to maintain the crown closed if you're going to be anywhere near the water or something like that. 99% of the times, if and whenever, because it barely happens, a Rolex does get water into the case, it's usually going to be on the Datejust models, just because they're not as secure. They don't have the triple crown seal that the sport model has. So keep that in mind. If you're only going to have one watch and it's a Datejust II, be very careful with it when you're going to be around the water. One of the good things about the Datejust II and the Datejust I is it's very versatile. If you want to spice the watch up, one thing that adds a lot to it for both a men's and a women's version would be a diamond bezel. You know, that diamond bezel just gives it that extra punch if that's what you're looking for, especially on the women's models. You know, it definitely will turn any one of the models a little bit more feminine. For a men's version, you know, I would stick with something that has like a 2.5 carat bezel, something with some nice clean settings. Nothing too big. I mean, if that's your style and you want to go with a 5 carat bezel, you know, that's okay, but I preferably like to stay more in the 2.5 carat bezel range. It kind of looks very classy and, you know, spices up the watch a little bit more. So if you're looking to buy a Datejust I or II, let's go over a little bit about the prices. For the Datejust II, if you want to get one brand new, I would try to stay, you know, the retail on these watches is $9,100 for the stainless steel. You know, to pick one up brand new, you're looking to spend around $7,800. You know, that's probably what I can sell you one for. Pre-owned, $6,750. That's a great price. You get to use the watch. Your money's always there. Those prices are also with the fluted bezel. If you want to go with a two-tone, you got to think about $2,000 more. With the Datejust I, it's a little bit different, the scales. For a pre-owned, all stainless steel Datejust I, you know, latest model class, no matter whether it's Oyster or Jubilee, you're going to be around $5,500. You want a brand new one, it's going to be $1,000 more. Two-tone, $1,000 more as well for pre-owned. So the scales are a little bit different. It's a bigger jump for the two-tone with the Datejust II, probably because there's a lot less of them out there. I don't know, probably the retail. But just remember that. A good starting price for a Datejust II is $6,750 pre-owned. And for a Datejust I will be $5,500. So as far as the watch game goes, for the Datejust II, you know, it's a nice watch, man. You know, it's an entry-level Rolex. Latest model, large case, you know, you get a lot for your buck there. You know, you can't go wrong, man. If you're looking for a watch to wear every day to work, you know, and flex some muscle in the office on a daily basis, it's good, man. It's a good looking watch, man. Overall, I can't hate on the watch in any way, shape, or form. I think it's got perfect proportions, you know, as opposed to that new Day 40, which I kind of think they whacked it all out of scale. But you know, the Datejust 41, it's got perfect proportions. It's got plenty of dial options. The only thing I would like to see would be one day maybe a two-tone in rose gold. That would be pretty cool. But if you're looking to get one, you know, it's a watch that's going to get you respect. It's a strong piece. I personally like it way better than the Milgauss. I think it's a next step above the Milgauss. Milgauss is a cool watch too. For the Datejust 36, I mean, I think for your sister, your aunt, your mom, your grandmother, ladies in general, phenomenal piece. Guys, I mean, I would try to stay away from it. I'm not gonna say that at one point I didn't own a 36mm myself, because I did, but that was about 10 years ago. You know, it's 2015, and at this point you gotta start wearing the right size watches, and the 41mm is the way to go. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric. Watch your style.